declares knowledge. Ladies and gentlemen, I am particularly delighted this afternoon to welcome all of you aboard yet another very important edition of What Do You Know? Now, this particular program is crucial. It is a critical one. It is important. It is part of the activities which have been organized to mark the 80th year of the establishment of the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation. Ladies and gentlemen, we have tackled various portions of this particular competition. We tackled the preliminary segment, we journeyed on to the quarterfinal, and to the semi-final, and eventually to the final. This is the grand finale, ladies and gentlemen. The competition is ably sponsored by Seasons Travels and Tours and Gold Star Airlines, empowered very, very extensively by the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation, which is the authentic and trusted voice of Ghana. Prizes have been laid out. They are tremendous prizes, ladies and gentlemen. The ultimate being a return ticket to South Africa, in addition to shopping money donated by Seasons Travels and Tours and Gold Star Airlines. Ladies and gentlemen, I shall recite the other portions of the prizes in this competition at the appropriate time. In the meantime, I have the opportunity of inviting to the microphone a venerable individual, the person who is at the helm of affairs of these wonderful institutions. Want to welcome the one and only Director General of the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation, Mr. Don Chebe. Please, video.
Thank you, Mr. Quizmaster. Our valiant contestants, our esteemed viewers, discerning listeners, ladies and gentlemen. After going through a grueling series of eliminations, we are privileged to present to you the final set of some of the sharpest and quickest brains in Ghana. The What Do You Know format has been one of the cornerstones of GBC and has stood the test of time. Brain contests and knowledge competitions are popular in broadcasting and can be found on several broadcasting platforms across the globe. Beginning as a purely radio program, which captured the imagination of the young and the inquisitive over the years, What Do You Know has migrated into television and has become one of a number of programs in GBC that are broadcast simultaneously on radio and television. Mr. Quizmaster, with the planned digitalization of studios and equipment and the reorganization of radio and television, GBC is on the threshold of total broadcasting. And what do I mean by that? This will see a merging of the radio and television newsrooms and the full exploitation of the strengths that exist in both newsrooms and the consequent elimination of the weaknesses and inefficiencies that arise from funding separate news departments within the same broadcasting entity. Our contestants have spent precious time and energies revising their notes and reviving their memories. I can assure you of a thrilling contest ahead, and I know a worthy winner will emerge at the end of this grueling competition. Indeed, we have a mouth-watering contest ahead. Let me pause here, however, to thank our sponsors, Gold Star Airlines, Seasons Travel and Tours, who are providing the first prize and all expenses paid return trip to South Africa plus spending money. Other prizes include handsome cash prizes and presents for all contestants who made to the finals. On behalf of the organizing committee, management and staff of GBC, I wish to thank all sponsors, viewers, listeners, not forgetting our indefatigable and erudite quizmaster, who have supported us in various ways to celebrate the 80th anniversary of GBC and also the 50th anniversary of GTV. And now, over to the quizmaster and let the contest commence. Thank you very much.
Applause! 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 Of course, I am indeed flattered. I am indeed flattered by the kind words of compliment delivered by this able major retired individual, the most person who is the champion and the chief executive officer of the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation, Mr. Major retired Albert Tonchebe. Ladies and gentlemen, apart from this venerable individual, there are other individuals in our midst, very important persons in our midst, whose names I would want to declare. Mr. Opoku Mensah, the Director of Internal Affairs, Internal Audits. Nana Ekuyapo Rienchi represents the Director of Cooperative Affairs, GBC. David Max Fuga is the Director of Marketing, the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation. And Mr. Yao Opoku Ejapong, Deputy Director of Radio. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome all these very fabulous individuals. Now, the competition would soon start, but the contestants certainly would have to make a declaration of their names. The contestants will introduce themselves here.
I'm Nuruddin Mohammed Samandulgu, a final year student of the University of Ghana School of Medicine and Dentistry.
Daniel Kojo Abuaji, Accra.
Product of GST Stakrade and KNUST, now at IPMC GTUC campus, is Akpata groomed Fred Danswamwaku.
And Akpata is here.
Yes. Alexander Tete, Birim Central Municipal Assembly, Akimodan.
Raymond Akpacha, a native of Adaklu and resident in Takrade.
Chapre John, a proud native of Tuna in the Solar Tuna Kabe district and a former student of the University of Cape Coast.
Kafuya Tuche, the Wenya.
Kafuya Tuche, former contestant, and now participating in this very important and prestigious final. Ladies and gentlemen, this certainly is a very prestigious assemblage of contestants. These are beautiful individuals, wonderful elements in the What Do You Know encounter, and they are going to produce results. With the permission of my producer, the competition will start. Round one, question one. Now, Ghana Television, it's a quotation. Ghana Television will be used to supplement our educational programs and foster a lively interest in the world around us. It will not cater for cheap entertainment or commercialism. Its paramount object will be the education in the broadest and purest sense. Television must assist in the socialist transformation of Ghana. Identify the person who made the statement and the date the statement was made.
It was made by Osajifo Dr. Kwame Nkrumah on the 31st of July, 1965.
Where was it made? Put your hands together for Mohammed Nuruddin. Put your hands together for Mohammed Nuruddin. Now, this one is this. Now, this man or woman, when he or she was addressing a mammoth crowd at Yenswada Park in Sekondi, a telegram arrived from Takwa and Axim, inviting him there the following morning, 4th February, the following Monday, in February, to address the people there. Now, he had this to say to his numerous admirers, and I quote, "Here, there, how can I divide myself into twice? Everybody is working arithmetic on me." Now, name the person and the year in which that statement was made. Now, both answers should be delivered if you should score all the 3 points here. And I will not exercise a discretion for the delivery of a portion only of the answer.
What do you say?
So it's a double-barreled.
And
Yeah.
1948.
Here, sorry?
1948.
1948. I disagree with you. What do you say? What? Second chance. Yeah, Abadi. Here, there. How can I divide myself into twice? Everybody is working arithmetic on me. They are working arithmetic on me. I'm working.
Ni Kwabna Boni, 1948.
It was in 1948. It was Ni Kwabna Boni, 7th January, February 1948. 1948. Now, now listen to this one. There was this newspaper called the Accra Evening News. What was the motto?
Accra Evening News.
Yes.
Okay.
What was the motto of this newspaper?
I prefer independence to danger than servitude in tranquility.
I disagree with you.
Accra Evening.
Yes. Accra Evening News.
I prefer independence to danger than servitude in tranquility.
Yes, Alexander.
Self-government now.
I disagree with you. Raymond Akpata.
We prefer independence with danger.
And there is danger in your camp. There is veritable danger in the camp of the champion. Champion.
We prefer self-government in danger to servitude in tranquility.
I love that one. We prefer self-government in danger. We prefer self-government in danger to servitude in tranquility. This was the motto of the Accra Evening News at the time. Now, for 3 points, Champere again. Now, Champere, who were the speakers of Ghana's parliament during the following periods of Ghana's political history? Again, I will not exercise any power in awarding any number of points, unless every answer is delivered. Now, who was in the seat of the speaker from February 1958 to June 1966 to 65?
Joseph Richard Asiedu.
No. Who was there in February 1958? And the second one,
okay.
the person who was also there in July 1960.
Okay,
the two speakers.
Augustus Akim Molade and Joseph Richard Asiedu.
Ladies and gentlemen, let us sound Thank you very much. Justice Augustus Molade Akiwumi and the Honorable Justice Richard Asiedu. Honorable Justice Richard Asiedu. Kafui, now still on the political history of this country. Now, for 3 points, tell me. Now, the NLM and the CPP without Dime were prominent parties formed prior to the procurement of independence. Now, before independence, there was a party which was known as the NPP and another party which was known as MAP. What did MPP and MAP stand for at the time? Which political parties were these?
NPP was the Northern People's Party. And
MAP, MAP.
M
MAP, M for money.
movement.
Your movement was a bit precarious, you know. Yes, Mohammed.
MPP was Northern People's Party, and then MAP was
Yes, your turn. Daniel, say your body. Daniel, sorry, could your body? Yes, Fred, that's what Marco.
NPP was Northern People's Party, and the MAP was Muslim Association Party.
That is the answer. The Muslim Association Party. It was the Muslim Association Party. Now, for 3 points, you must listen to this one. Now, in a certain year, these events occurred in the world. Diallo Telly, became Secretary General of the Organization of African Unity at the time, Sir Milton Magai died and was succeeded by Sir Albert Magai in Sierra Leone. Now, on January 12th of that year, the predominantly Arab government of Zanzibar was overthrown by African nationalist rebels. In this year, Labadi Trot Trot drivers formed a union. Which year?
1979.
It was in 1979.
1963.
It was not 1963. Yes, Alexander. Diallo Telly became OA Secretary General. Milton Magai succeeded. January 12, Zanzibar was overthrown. Sorry, the people who were in power were overthrown by an African nationalist rebels. And then Trot Trot Drivers Union was formed in Labadi.
1965.
I disagree with you. Akwacha.
$1971.
I disagree. Champera.
1964.
It was in 1964. It was in 1964. I am overwhelmed. I am extremely overwhelmed. Certainly, there is a stupendous performance here being displayed by this wonderful contestant. Honestly, I am beside myself with amazement. I am surprised by this performance and by his discovery of the answers in this particular concern. Ladies and gentlemen, John Champere, no other person than John Champere of the University of Cape Coast. John Champere again, and John for 3 points this time. John! John! Now, in Islam, Allah Akbar means Allah is the greatest. Assalamu alaikum means may peace be unto you. And the response is, wa alaikum salam. May it be unto you also. What is Al-Jannah in Islam?
Al-Jannah, please spell it.
J-A-N-N-A. Al, A-L, and the Jannah, J-A-N-N-A.
Allah is holy.
Of course, Allah is holy. But your answer is unholy.
Allah is justice.
You need to purify your answer. Yes, Tampere. Kafui for purification.
Pass it on.
Pass it on very quickly. It's yours for 3 points.
Paradise.
Mohammed, pass it. It goes
Paradise.
to you. Sorry?
I said paradise.
Oh, you said paradise and he's correct. That's right. Oh, Allah. Of course, you're proclaiming to the Quizmaster. The Quizmaster, I've read paradise, and I was telling you. And you are transporting me into hell. I'm in paradise, ladies and gentlemen. Al-Jannah means paradise in Islam. It means paradise in Islam. Now, for 3 points, Nuruddin. Now, this is a quotation. These vernacular programs directed to the non-English speaking listeners come on the air when most of our people are away from their loudspeakers and some to markets, offices, various jobs or farms. On the other hand, the already bounteous English programs are broadcast in the cool evenings when most workers have returned to their homes from their jobs. Now, what is the use of taking the whole time for the English listener without considering the people who are paying for the broadcast service? Now, this statement was made by a member of the Western Akim Legislative Assembly in the early 1950s. It's quite an ancient event. Who was the legislator who made this statement?
Mr. Atifwa.
Atefwa made this statement. A.E. Atefwa made this particular statement. Now, for 3 points, Kojo. Now, Kojo, this expression is an euphemism. It is an euphemism. Now, you know, an euphemism is a mild or vague expression which is used as a substitute for very blunt statements. Now, what does this euphemism mean? To poison the blood of a nation. To poison the blood of a nation. What does it mean? To poison the blood of a nation is an euphemism. Polite, gentle words used in the place of blunt, explicit, and comfortable expressions. Poison the blood of a nation. 3 points. Daniel Kodjabwadi, last question in this round of the competition. Ladies and gentlemen, yeah, Fred and Swamwaku.
To kill the youth of the nation through involving in prostitution. Youth involving in prostitution, that leads to their death.
Not exactly. Yes. Alexander.
To betray the nation.
No. Raymond.
To incite violence by instigating the
No, I
youth.
disagree with you. George Tampere.
To make the nation ungovernable.
No.
By engaging in killing.
No. In fact, your answer is ungovernable. Yes. Kafui.
To feed a nation with falsehood.
No. Nuruddin.
To instigate intrigues that will cause the youth of the nation to go wayward.
Daniel Kodjabwadi. You started. I think I'll give Fred 1 point. Fred, 1 point. Welcome, Fred. Welcome, Fred. It's a discussion I'm exercising in his favor. He was close, of course. It's a discussion. Of course, the transmission of venereal disease by prostitutes. Well, the transmission of venereal disease, of course, which would eventually lead to death of the people in the country, is the poisoning of the blood of a nation. End of round one.
I've been able to help people who have had human rights violations.
Children to have the confidence to develop to their utmost, they need to be given the atmosphere to grow.
For me, education is the key.
Growing up was fun.
A world where children are not forced to make difficult choices.
An artist thinks about environment.
They take some of our local bees, copy the designs and bring them back very cheap.
We're still working on malaria vaccine.
There are a lot of characteristics where women complement men.
A child's destiny is in his or her own hands.
No one who seems perfect is perfect.
So many people are not living that life. They pretend.
Thanks for making a date with us on the Dream Big series.
At the end of the first round, the scores are Daniel Abwaji, no points. Alexander Tete has no points. Raymond Akpacha has no points. Kafui Achuche has no points. Fred Danso Amwaku has 3 points. John Champere has 5 points. And then leading the pack as of now is Nuruddin Mohammed with 7 points.
It must be tumultuous. The applause must be tumultuous. But ladies and gentlemen, I must indicate that this was the beginning of the competition. We're still in the nascent stages of the contest. We'll now be journeying on. Let's see how things unravel in the remaining rounds of the competition. But I must say, for the second prize in this competition, we have 3,000 Ghana cedis plus a certificate. The third prize, 2,000 Ghana cedis certificate. The fourth and seventh prizes would also be the prizes. Consolation prize would, of course, very handsome cash prizes for consolation. Ladies and gentlemen, the competition goes on into the second round. Round 2, question 1. Danso Amwaku. Now, listen to this one for 3 points. Now, if you travel to a country which means Holy Sunday, where will you be?
Dominican Republic.
You'll be in the Dominican Republic. You will be in the Dominican Republic, and that is Spanish. Alexander, still in this particular area, if you went on a journey to pray in a country which means the Savior, where will you be?
El Salvador.
You'll be in El Salvador. For 3 points, Raymond, if you let the Black Stars to play in a country that means strong hands, where would you also find yourself?
Germany.
It will be in Germany. For 3 points. Thank you very much. And for Kafui Achuche, if you went on a pilgrimage, sorry, John Champere, if you went on a pilgrimage to a country that means worthy, worthy, W-O-R-T-H-Y, where would you be?
Israel.
No.
Saudi Arabia.
I disagree. Kafui?
I have no idea.
You don't have an idea? Yes. Mohammed Nuruddin. Fred, you have an idea?
I will guess and see.
Mohammed Nuruddin. Yes. Daniel Kodjabwaji.
Italy.
No. Fred, dance on my phone.
Syria.
No. Alexander.
Iran.
Iran. For 1 point. You would be in Iran. You would be in Iran. And if you went on an investment tour of a country that means 2 C's. 2 C's.
Bahrain.
Bahrain is the answer. Akani Jason 3 points. Alexander Tate. Another virtuoso in the what do you know business. Ladies and gentlemen, certainly there will be fireworks in this particular forum this afternoon. But for 3 points, Raymond Akata. Raymond. Now, this certainly is a tremendous assignment. Now, in the army, a senior rank, a certain senior rank, which was attained by the Honorable Chief Executive of the Ghana Broadcasting Corporation, was major. Now, if you're a major in the army, what would be your equivalent or your opposite number in the Navy and in the Air Force?
Captain.
So if you're a major in the army, what would you be in the Navy and what would you be in the Air Force? All the answers must be delivered. No discretion to be exercised here.
Air Force is Air Vice Marshal.
Go on.
Navy Squadron Leader.
I disagree. I disagree. John Champere.
Air Force will be Group Captain. The Navy will be
Group Captain John
Admiral.
Champere. Group Captain John Champere, I disagree with you. Yes, Kafui Achuche, it's yours.
In the Navy, you'll be Commodore. And in the Air Force, you'll be Captain.
Oh, no. Nuruddin?